You already know this is about to be stupid.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, this a new range, new page. Got me in a new country, new stage. I ain't signed no deal, I'm too paid. I do not have chill, I'm too crazy. I do not take L's, I'm too Brady. I might be frosted, I'm not flaky. Don't know what it cost me, it's all gravy. Turn on that faucet and just pay me. Whoa, we gon' get it, bring it back. Maybe Donald is a Mac. Couple bottles, empty glass. New machine, I'm sending facts. Bump the headline, check the facts. I'm not a gangster, but I'm a gorilla. Hop on the drums when I'm feeling J Dilla. Come get your lady, cause I'm a just stiller.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa, there's no comparison. Black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it, that's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send him my sentiments. Neck full of sediments.
He's heating up!
Skirt through the valley. Dropped an investment in Silicon Valley.
He's on fire!
Missing the patty. Might mess around and just scoot to Miami. Drums are so loud that they break in the chassis. King of the grass like a Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors got labels as testing.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me. I took a sip, I'm not acting my age. I took a trip, now they got me on stage. How about the range? How about the range? Whoa. How about the range? I'm feeling strange. I might be crazy. None of y'all phase me.
How about the range? Whoa. Hey, yeah, I'm feeling strange. Whoa.
Yeah. Ay. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon of session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon of session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on that. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rockin', we drippin' all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you're gonna learn something. Roll with me, you're gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay steady. Staying face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon of session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing. You DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing. The king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect him. A press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon of session, we killing the pack.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
I'm gonna ram him.
Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full North.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 2860 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gangcast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and yo hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swole, yo, back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all you beach.
The fucking kettle in the wine mixer.
All right, fam, welcome to March 13th, episode 2868. Thanks for being here. We got some awesome stuff to go over today. We had new merch drops on Monday. We got a bunch of other things going on. We got some epic specials going on over at papasolio.com for St. Paddy's Day. We got 20% off the entire site. And a couple other announcements. We'll get into all that in just a few moments. But a reminder, if you have not yet checked me out on Cameo, you want to get a personalized video for someone or for yourself, go check it out, cameo.com/papasolio. And of course, you could learn more about that over on the merch page. We got 20% off everything for St. Paddy's Day. So go and check it out. We got lots of new merch, lots of new apparel, lots of new drops. We got the Kiss Me I'm Swole. We have the Go to the Fucking Gym. Go and make some sick gains with a new nip cover. Go and check out all the designs. Now everything 20% off. Discounts automatically applied at checkout, papasolio.com. Also, we have a round table tomorrow. Let's get some golf. Let's get a little golf clap. Come on.
I give it
let's get a little golf clap going.
A 10. A fucking 10.
So, fam, if you're not a member, now's the time to join. It's a great day to join the Swole fam, swolenormousx.com, and be there for tomorrow's live stream. It will be private, so if you're not a member, you will miss out on the call tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It'll go from 6 to 8 p.m. Roundtable 64 tomorrow, Thursday, March 14th. Episode will be private for members only, so don't miss out on that. Join now over there at swolenormousx.com. That being said, let's get into today's episode. Are you ready? Hit the like button. If you're watching on Rumble or YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and drop a comment down below. What are you smashing? Share the show with your friends. Again, it's your way to digitally, electronically slap them with some knowledge cock. If you've been telling them to go to the fucking gym and they're not going to the fucking gym, first off,
how dare you?
I know, but let daddy. Just call me in. Just tap me in. Just like, the reliever, the manager comes out to the mound, give him the righty. Come bring in all Papa Swole. He comes out, doesn't tap his right arm. He just comes out and strokes his beard or grabs his ball sack. And then I'll come out and swing that knowledge cock. So share the show, hit the thumbs up button. Let's get into it. Let's summon the Falcon. We got a great Swole card. Some of you know what it is already. Without further fucking ado. Falcon. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside.
What's in the box?
God damn it, I was muted. All right, so everything that I was saying, I guess, didn't come through. Let's see. Did I say anything? Oh, that was some good audio. That was some good audio. Let's get into the tip. I sometimes I hit it because I was coughing or clearing my throat. So if you're just listening, don't worry about it. I'll just move on. It was great. It was smooth. Everything was on point. Damn. Boo. Shame. Damn it, Freddie. All right, post from Christy. Happy Monday. It happens. When you're doing 2,868 shows, sometimes you hit the button, you forget to unmute. Happy Monday, fam. Guess what? As of today, I have 0 restrictions on workouts. Excellent. Until after the transplant, that is, which may change it, because my new inserted port has healed and there is little risk to it pulling out like the one in my bicep could have. Because it's surgically inserted rather than fed through a vein and hanging there. If you don't know, Christy's been doing chemo and all sorts of stuff. Lately, we've read a lot through her posts, so she's been going through it, but still training and still inspiring. It's awesome to see and watch, and it's really humbling when you don't feel like training and you see a post from Christy saying, well, I have all these ports and insertions and transplants coming and I'm still making gains. So you feel like a huge pussy if you don't train. Decided to dip into Maximum Swole, even though I'll have to stop, then pick it back up when I'm admitted to the hospital again for the transplant. I'm doing the B1 split for 2 reasons. One, it's only 3 days a week, and it only has 1 leg day. Fuck leg day. Christy, we love you, but you can't vote. You can't vote, Christy. You can't vote this year. The video is the first bench press or any chest exercise at all for 6 months. It's light because I'm weak as hell and a little sloppy, but I got it done and it felt so good. The other pick is the app I use to track workouts. It says 1 set on each because it only shows work sets or failure sets in the post-workout summary. I didn't go crazy today, but the crazy will come. Have a great week, fam. No excuses, no slacking off, no using recovery as an excuse to rarely hit a hard workout. Remember, if you aren't hitting it hard, you don't even need recovery. I'm watching you. And send some vibes to the universe and Mother Nature to send some sunny, warmer days here to my part of Ohio. The gloom is getting tiresome. Love y'all. Well, thank you so much for sharing, Christy. Doing awesome. All right, Mike says, under pillar number 3, training on the discussion boards, after completing my training today, I was incredibly happy and proud that I had completed my first full week of Maximum Swole and had done active recovery yoga on my recovery days. Combined with doing the steps to help sleep, red screens, magnesium glycinate, I fulfilled all of the accountability points I gave Pop at the beginning of the week. The feeling of accomplishment is awesome. The first of many, Mike Dizzle, 1971. All right, good man.
I am the danger.
Look, I don't ask for much in those accountability posts. Every Sunday when I send that out, just get specific and execute. Make it simple for yourself. And when I say make it simple, I'm not saying don't try to do amazing things, but you can't do amazing things all at once. You have to plan this out. So you have to look into the future, see what you want to accomplish. What do you want to be? Who do you want to be? What do you want that future you to be doing? And then you have to do that today. If you want to have muscle in the future, you got to train hard today. If you want to be 60 pounds less of fat, you have to start eating right and setting those 7 pillars today. It all starts today, whatever you want. So go into the future, 6 months, a year, 10 years, and then work your way backwards. All right. It's great. It's great. That's all it is. And then once you build that habit, stick with that. Maybe that was really challenging. Well, just because you did it for 1 week, so Mike's watching, but maybe you did it for 1 week. That's fine. That doesn't mean that the habit is set. You got to do it for the next week. So if that's enough for you to handle and you're getting it done, but you really need to still focus on it, then just keep focusing on it. That's the habit. You don't have to add a new thing every week. Maybe you're the type of person that wants to stack another thing. Okay, but understand that if you stack too quickly and those bottom habits, it's like a sandcastle. If the bottom or something isn't really solidified, if it hasn't cured yet, maybe it's all going to come crashing down. So you don't want to add so much stuff over the first, couple days or couple weeks that you're unable to keep with the original things. Just keep consistent with the basics. And then once that is just locked in, that's what you do. That's who you are. You forge your identity around those, being someone who executes. Now, we always talk about you don't want to set your identity and attach that to certain things, but you want to attach it to the principles. It's great to have your identity as someone who follows through with what he says, follows through with habits, takes care of himself, is someone who takes care of his body and takes care of his nutrition and follows the 7 pillars. That's a great thing to forge yourself around because it doesn't box you into any one thing. It helps you focus on doing whatever it takes within those verticals in order to improve. So that's great. That's great. Just stay focused. All right, let's get into a couple emails. Again, if you're not on the email list, go to makeemailswoleagain.com. Why would you not? I don't know. That's weird. Get the Knowledge Cock in your inbox as well. Sure, we're here every single day for the podcast. But if you can't make it or you just can't get enough, you get your first round, the Daily Swole just busts all over you and you're like, man, I need some more cream. You go to makeemailswoleagain.com and we'll fill you up there too. Just trust me. Just go over there. You'll like it. It might be a little bit uncomfortable, might hurt at first, but it always does, and then it'll start to feel really good. Paulina says, responding to what I think about CrossFit, sent this out yesterday. So I was expecting to get some interesting juice back. And if you didn't get the email, go and read it. Or if you didn't read it yet, Paulina says, hi, Papa. Well, I do CrossFit and I love it. I know what you think about CrossFit, but I do love the community and feel exhausted after training. This is what I was saying. I was saying most people do CrossFit because they have this illusion about being exhausted, equating to doing the right things and the community, which I said that's what it does. It wipes you the fuck out, which doesn't necessarily mean that you're making the right progress towards what you want to accomplish, but you might make friends there in the community. I'm not saying it's a negative overall, but we all know, we've talked about CrossFit so many times. Anyway, I do love the community and feel exhausted after training. Of course you do. I'm a little competitive, and in CrossFit, you get to compete with yourself and others. But like you say, find something you love and work and get better at it. So I'm not telling anyone to not do it, but I'm competitive too. I just don't need to be doing retarded stuff in order to be competitive. I don't need to do highly technical lifts and heavy weight for time. That's not what I look at as competitive. For me, it's getting an extra rep or adding 1 pound or 2 pounds to a lift and getting an extra rep the next week. I'm very competitive. That's the only reason why I've made progress over the years. I train alone, but I made progress because I'm very competitive. So there's different ways of competing. If you're trying to compete against other people, that's when you get hurt. That's when you get hurt. Really. I mean, you could compete against yourself. I'm not saying you can't get hurt training with with yourself. But if you're training at your own pace, focusing on you getting better, you're going to be focused on more important things. You're not going to get as sloppy when you compete against other people. Trying to hit a record or a PR. I know a PR is a personal record, but at the same time, when you're around a lot of people and that energy, it's very easy to overstretch yourself. And the reason why people get hurt, or one of the many reasons why people get hurt so often in CrossFit, is that it's literally like a sport in the sense that you are competing. It's like you're going to a game. So if you're an athlete, you train in the off season, and some people can get hurt in the off season, but usually the off season is training, general and specific training, so that you can compete in the actual season. And you don't want to peak in the off season. You want to prepare yourself for the activity. And then of course, if you don't do it properly or you don't periodize properly, you get hurt in the middle of the season. So the problem with CrossFit is that people go, and every time they go, it's like a Super Bowl. And that's why people get hurt so often, because they push themselves to a limit every time they do it. So I'm not saying that some people haven't done it and don't get hurt. Yes, there's going to be, when you shotgun a brand out there like CrossFit did, you get a lot of quantity without a lot of quality. Doesn't mean there aren't a lot of intelligent people. And that doesn't mean that there aren't good classes or courses or a gym that has the name CrossFit. They pay for the brand and stuff, but they have good seminars and stuff. I'm not saying there isn't stuff in between, but of course, a lot of stuff within the paradigm of CrossFit is idiotic. However, I do think it's been a net positive for fitness in terms of equipment, in terms of getting more people involved. It's just very high risk, and most people shouldn't be doing it, in my opinion. However, I'm glad that we have people in the fam that watch and stuff, and I don't hate you because you do it. it's not my life. I don't have to do it. So there's that. So those of you that compete, I know Lacey's saying I couldn't continuously do competition prep. Of course not. It's the same reason why you can't always lift heavy. It's just when you combine heavy weight, anytime you do things for time or as many reps as possible, oof, you're asking for it. You're asking to get hurt. I don't care if it's light. You're asking for it. Anytime you're mixing up like heavy strength training and plyometrics and explosives, it's just very high risk. It's very high risk. Doesn't mean there isn't some reward there. But what I really want to convey is that you need to make sure that what you're trying to get out of it, you're doing what I want to convey with any kind of training. And this is what pillar number 3 is. Make sure that what you want the outcome to be, what you're doing is going to take you there. A lot of people do CrossFit and they're not actually going to get the result that they think they're going to get. A lot of people go for a run because they want to see their abs. You understand what I'm saying? People are like, I want to get in shape. I'm going to start getting in shape this year. And they just start running on January 1st. Like, what are you talking about? How's that helping you get in shape? How's that? Like, people want to look a certain way and then do something that's completely off from what they should be doing. Most people want to look a certain way and feel and be stronger and have shape and lean out. And that's lifting weights. That's essentially a bodybuilding foundational routine. But of course, you could do mobility, you could do athletic drills and stuff. But the foundation, pretty much, in my opinion, for everyone should be lifting weights. And then you could also do Zumba, but you need to have a foundation of strength. Everyone should be training for strength because it's good for your bones, good for your muscles, it's good for your body, it's good for your hormones, good for everything. You need to be challenging yourself with resistance, overcoming resistance. Lacey says, anytime I've been injured, it's always lightweight. I've learned to focus on form every lift, warm up or not. It's so common. When do you normally get hurt? It's oftentimes not when you are focused on the lift, you're putting that heavy weight on the bar, you're going for like a 5-rep max and everything's locked in, you're in the zone. It's usually when you go and you bend down to pick up a bar that, oh, I'm gonna move this bar over here. Oh shit, my back. Or you twist in a way that you're not used to, or you just kind of warm up too quickly and you don't pay attention. It's always something that when you're not focused. So just stay focused and make sure you're doing things with intent. Okie dokie. Let's see. PCS 5521. Good day. Good day. My dilemma is that once I reach a certain weight, I cannot increase from that point. So this is completely off topic from the email. I am 68, 180 pounds, and exercise regularly. Very good to excellent health despite a total knee replacement a year ago. My eating habits are generally healthy and try to get my protein intake. Any suggestions? Once I reach a certain weight, I cannot increase from that point. You mean with weights? Like reach a certain weight? I'm assuming you mean strength. I can't really answer that for you. I don't really know I'm not really sure what you're asking. A certain weight, maybe with what you're lifting. One, congratulate, you're good. Like 68 years old, your strength is only going to improve. A lot of what you're trying to do is scratch and claw and hold on to what you've created by that point. Can you increase your strength training at any age? Absolutely. But for example, where I'm at in my 40s, when I'm in my 70s, there's going to be no fucking way that I'm lifting the same way I'm lifting now. You just decline over time. It's going to happen. So I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to. Increase in weight, reach a certain weight. Do you mean body mass? Do you mean muscle mass? Do you mean the weights that you're lifting? So what I would say is get a little more granular with it. A lot of people, you'd be surprised how many people, I appreciate the email, get a little more specific for me. You'd be surprised how many people talk about their fat loss or their strength, and they tell me about the issues and I guess plateaus and whatever it is, but it's perception. There are so many people that tell me that they are in a plateau, but they don't track anything already. So they have no reference as to what they're doing or connection as to what they're doing to where they are. They're like, I feel like I'm not making progress. Are you not making progress, or do you feel like you're not making progress? Because people say, I feel like. Well, I feel like I'm not making progress a lot of times. But then I look at my my journal and I realize I went up. Sometimes you go back a little bit, sometimes, whatever, but I can look back 3 months and say, hey, I was doing this weight for this reps. Now I'm doing this weight. Maybe it's not a huge increase, but it's scratching and clawing for every rep. You're not just going to go up linearly. So I have to adjust all the time, but I can objectively look back. It doesn't matter if I feel like I'm making progress or not. I can look back and see whether I'm objectively making progress. So any given day, I might personally feel like I'm not making progress. I'm not getting stronger. I'm not getting bigger. I can't really tell, because sometimes you're just not in a great mood. Sometimes you'll look in the mirror and you feel fat when you're the same as yesterday. Or sometimes you go and you lift and you just don't feel that strong. And am I not feeling that strong, or am I actually objectively lifting the same weight and I just don't feel like it inside? You see what I'm saying? So I'll look back and realize, oh, I went up 20% of my weight. So I am making progress. And then it kind of kicks that feeling. So it's great to get that data and to track it. That way, objectively. Anytime you say, I feel like, that's a red flag for you to actually get to the root cause. What's actually happening? So I don't have to worry about, I feel like I'm not making progress. Well, let me look and see. Oh, I am making progress. Okay. Well, there's that. Pretty simple. You can build strength at any age, by the way. And if you're talking about body weight, once I reach a certain weight, I cannot increase from that point. At 68 years old, I wouldn't say you want to be like heavier. You definitely want to keep on building and maintaining your muscle mass, though. Could be your protein intake. A couple things from this email in closing. I'm in excellent health despite a total knee replacement. We can have an argument whether or not, what are you doing that would lead to a total knee replacement? You're 68, but that doesn't mean that you have to have a total knee replacement. But that being said, it is what it is. My eating habits are generally healthy. I don't know what that means. That's like a big red. When I look at an email, of course, I don't know who this is. But yeah, generally healthy. Well, I generally don't believe it. Just saying, if you say my habits are generally healthy, that doesn't mean anything to me, because a lot of times what someone says is healthy is garbage to me. So generally healthy, this person, whatever they're doing, doesn't even agree that it's on point. So if you're saying generally healthy, that just means it's hit or miss, in my opinion. And I try to get my protein intake. Again, generally healthy and try. No. Either you are getting your protein intake and either eating properly or you're not. Those are my suggestions. My suggestions from this email is to solve whatever this, wishy-washy language is. Generally healthy and try. No, do those things, and then let's see about your progress. Okie dokie. All right, fam, remember, if you want to call into the show, go to askpapasolio.com. Let's get into some knowledge cock. Reminder that the Daily Swole is, of course, your go-to mancast for making sick fucking gains. And if you want to watch the full show today, we're going to get into some knowledge cock, but remember, you can watch the full show on Rumble, which will wrap up here on YouTube at the end of the knowledge cock portion. So you can make sure you subscribe on Rumble, rumble.com/the Daily Swole. But now let's get into the knowledge cock. Come on now. Yeah, it's a fucking party. Okie dokie. We'll take some pictures. Nick on YouTube says taking pictures is always a good idea to be objective. That's pretty good. Pictures can be all right. Depends on if you do the same time of day, the same clothes, the same lighting, the same camera, the same this. You'd be surprised at how different pictures can look. You ever get a picture and the lighting's bad? You go and you look in the mirror in the bathroom, you get out of the shower, you look all like lean and muscular. Your veins are kind of coming out because you took a hot shower or whatever. And you feel great. You take a picture somewhere and it's too overexposed. You look flat and flabby. You're like, oh God, I look terrible. It's a bad angle. Yeah, it has to be very, very consistent. A lot of people just take it on their phone and they take a picture, before a picture is close up. They take an after picture far away and the lighting's different. The wall, its ratios are different. It can be super sketchy. So you want to get something that's more objective. Pictures can be objective, but at the same time, what's great is clothes fitting. If you're trying to lose fat or you're trying to build muscle and gain size, you'll notice if clothes are getting tighter. That's what I used to do. I wanted to bulk. I wanted to bulk, like, growing up or when I started lifting, it was all about bulking. So I wore baggy shirts. I wore baggy shirts and baggy clothes, and they would get tight over time. And I knew I was making sick fucking gains. When I put on a t-shirt, I remember I'd come back for like a Christmas break or the summer, in college and something like that. And a shirt that I had in the closet I bought because it was baggy and whatever. And I would put it on and it would be like tight. I'd be like, oh yeah, daddy's getting fucking yoked. I get so excited. So I would get bigger clothes so I would grow into them. You want to make them tight. That's what she said. All right, first question. Drop if you got a live question. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. Hashtag APS.
What's in the box?
Let's cue up the first one. This one's from Levi Wood 963. Papa Swolio, are there any exercise or diets you advise for a 15-year-old to take or to lose belly fat? Learn how to eat properly and train hard. You're 15, you shouldn't be fat, but of course, bad nutrition habits, your parents are buying bad food, or you've been eating a lot of crap, or you're not getting sleep. There's a lot of reasons, but it's no different than in a grown-up human. You're just, going through your puberty and you're starting to have your growth spurts. 15 years old is like, you're really starting to become like an adult. You're really, you look more like an adult. You're getting there. You're kind of out of like the end of middle school. 15, 16, 17 is when I started lifting more. So my advice is to learn how to eat properly, sleep well. A lot of your friends, if they're in school and stuff like that, TikTok, Instagram and stuff, you're up late. Get quality sleep, focus on your sleep, focus on your nutrition. Download the 7 pillars over there at swolenormousx.com. I mean, there are a lot of exercise, lifting heavy weights, eating meat, eating quality animal proteins, and getting quality sleep. Just gotta fucking hammer it. You're 15. You're just getting started. But that's my advice. Listen to the show, ask more questions, but start applying it. You don't need fancy stuff. You need the absolute fundamentals, the basics. So go to swolenormousx.com and download free copy of the 7 pillars. Download that shit and start applying those principles. All right, let's see. Boo Boo on Shitstagram. Not Shitstagram. CommiTube. Papa Swolio, hey Pop, big question. Do you practice or did you practice any activity more on the creative side, like a musical instrument or drawing, writing, whatever? Did I or do I? I mean, I did some music when I was like in middle school or elementary school because I had to. Never really got into it otherwise. Tried to teach myself guitar for a little bit, but just didn't really care that much. Didn't get into it. Drawing, yeah, I was doodling, writing. I did some writing, but this is, I started doing websites and writing articles and stuff in college. I wrote a fitness column, created one in the school paper. But I just turned all that stuff into creating videos. So I absolutely do creative stuff. That's all I do. That's all any of this is. Podcasting is just audio and video blogging, essentially. And all the videos, everything I do, all the merch, t-shirts, all the designs, it's all creative. Dennis, do you like cats, Papa? Would you have a cat? I did growing up. Now I would not. I do not like cats, really. I don't hate them, but I'm not a cat person at all. We would get a Sphinx cat because Sphinx cats look cool. Or one of those like tight, not like an average cat, but definitely not a cat fan at this point. But I've had them in the past. Did I say something about why do you hate cats? Did I say something? Did I post something about cats or something recently? Why am I getting like cat questions? Why do you hate cats? Dogs are, if we're comparing them, I don't really dislike cats. The neighbor has a few cats because they fucking shit everywhere outside. They'll shit everywhere and crap in like the garden and stuff like that. Dogs will chase him. I don't know. Get a dog. Cat boxes and pissing and shitting in the house. No thanks. Dogs are just better. I don't really hate cats though. Maybe I'd say that I use the word, but I don't really care. As long as I don't have to deal with them, I'm fine. I don't mind cats. Like I'll pet them and I don't really care. But if to get one, I would get something cool like a Sphinx cat. Strange that we got 2 cat questions today. I'm just asking, did I post something? Did we post something on one of the platforms that said something about cats? I don't know, but dogs over cats, 100%. Okay, Ying period MLL. If you have a cat, or any of you have cats, don't take it personally. More cats for you, right? How to be fit like you, to do things like me, make gains. All right, Nadir Chot Zero, Papa Swolio, how to maintain healthy balance between the gym and work and social life. You don't. There is no such thing as balance. Everyone defines that for themselves. So anytime you're like, oh, work-life balance, work-life social life, it's a stupid argument. Why do you have to have balance? This is just mediocrity. Okay, you're going to try to make a balance, or what you're doing is you're doing things for other people. Your social life should be dependent on, did you get the shit done for you? And then you spend time with other people. If you're spending time and giving away your life energy to other people first, then you're going to fall short on yourself, and then you're going to be miserable. A lot of people use this as a cope or for their addictions. A lot of people use their social life as an excuse for their addictions and to not get new friends and to not develop and grow as a person. They just keep themselves locked in with the other NPCs in their life. So the balance stuff is, it's dumb. It's a scam. If you want to find balance, then you're going to be average or well below average in all areas. So gym, work, train first, yourself first. Train first, go to work, and then at your convenience or when you want to, spend time with people that bring you value. Oh, but that's selfish. Good. Be more selfish. Find people that you want to be more like. Spend time with people that help you grow. Don't waste time with people that are just eating shit, laying around, and being rejects. Most people are going to be like that. So get ready to be a little bit more lonely, but you have to develop yourself and be a complete person. If you're not developing yourself, you're just going to be an empty shell spending time with more empty shells. It's not complicated. So again, fuck any concept of balance. The problem is, I could say it this way. You create your own balance. Again, I'll use a seesaw analogy. Like, you can put different weights and different distances from the fulcrum and get different balance. But like, if we use that, fine, it might be balanced, but you might have a lot over here. It just has to be further away. And then the other weight can be lighter, but shorter, or whatever it is. So that's going to be different for different people. It's going to be different for different people. So there is no balance. In other words, you have to do, but the problem is a lot of people don't find that balance, or they sell themselves out to create a balance. And they're really, what they're doing is they're doing what other people would say is balanced. What other people think is balanced is to do a little bit of this. I can eat a little bit of good food, but I'm going to eat a little bit of, half good and half garbage. I'm going to work out sometimes, but half the time I'm not going to work out. And then I'm going to do, so most people are 50-50. That's what they think of balance. That's not balance. That's just being below average and being a waste of space in all areas. So if you want great results, you have to go all in. And then everything else can fill in the gaps, and that's your balance. But what a lot of people say is balance is just off this idea that it has to be even on this side and even on that side. If you do want great results, it ain't going to be like that. You're not going to have that. You're not going to have that. If you want that kind of balance, be prepared to not get results much in any of the aspects. Because the people that are in your social circles, they don't give a fuck if you move forward. You'll learn this. People around you, if most people around you will be happier if you don't make progress in your life, because it makes them feel better about their life. It makes them feel better about them not moving forward. They don't feel the need to move forward because you're not moving forward. So once you start doing a little bit extra, once you start trying harder, once you start making better food choices, once you start prioritizing lifting, once you start prioritizing better sleep and getting up early rather than going out binge drinking at night, you're going to start to get pushback. And you have to ask yourself the question, oh, I'm trying to do better for myself. Why am I getting shit for it? Exactly. Stupidity Infinity 7. Hey, bro, big fan. Please tell if protein diet is necessary after cardio or is it just after lifting? Wow. Holy shit. I appreciate you being a big fan, but that screen name is very apt. Stupidity Infinity. That 100% accurate. protein diet is necessary after cardio? What are you talking about? Eat protein. Eat plenty of protein every fucking day. Eat plenty of protein every fucking day. That's a general answer for, I don't want to spend more time on anything related to that. Okay, Mazin Hassan, 16, Papa Swolio. I need to bulk, but I have to fast for Ramadan. What do you suggest I do? Well, pick something. Pick one. You need to bulk? Well, you ain't going to be bulking if you're fasting. Unless you can slam, what's that? You can eat when the sun goes down or some shit. Okay, so slam as much as you're going to fucking feel sick. It's like, hey, Papa, I need to punch myself in the face, but I don't want to bruise. It's like, well, stop punching yourself in the face. I'm not telling you to what to practice in terms of religion, but you know, your religion's telling you not to eat and you need to eat to bulk. It's like, well, wait till after, or don't bulk during Ramadan. Loretta says, have someone else fast for you. Thinking in 4 dimensions. I like that, Loretta. It's like, maybe don't bulk during Ramadan. Isn't it a month? I don't know anything about it, because I wouldn't do anything that would affect me from making sick fucking gains. All right. It doesn't sound like a good choice. I should say going to the fucking gym and making gains is much more important. Much more important than whatever that Ramadan nonsense is. That's fuck Ramadan. Is that getting in the way of people's fucking gains? No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, look, if you're saying I need to bulk, but I have to fast, it's like, okay, then don't fast, but I have to. Okay, then do the best you can. Eat as much food. Like if you can do it in the evening, right? It's like sun up to sundown. I'm guessing. I haven't seen any comments in the chat. So try to get in all your calories and all your protein when you can. It's going to be hard, but either that or don't fast and whatever. Okay, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Any other questions? Any other questions? Questions. Come once, come twice. Come make sick fucking gains and eat white rice. Melissa says, those are some serious Matt Damon questions today. Eric, not a question, but I deleted 40 contacts from my contact list. Good for you, dude.
I am the danger.
Deleting contacts. Deleting contacts is probably the best thing. It's the best thing for Fef. It's the best thing to clean out house. Getting contacts. You could do social media apps. You can unsubscribe from podcasts or channels that you don't watch and listen, but deleting contacts is great. Okay, fam, are you ready? We're moving on to some balls deep content. Join the fam, swolenormousx.com. Check out papasolio.com for the 20% off merch specials. All that is in the description. And we are shifting over to Rumble for balls deep. If you want to catch the full show, head on over to rumble.com/thedailyswole. Thanks for being here, and let's fucking get after it. Beesh. Let's do it. It's gonna get nasty.